To Samoa now, where preparations are underway to send the Pacific's first team to the Special Olympics in Athens next month.
Yes, 8 young athletes with intellectual disabilities have been selected to attend. And as John Utanga reports, they're helping to dispel the stigma which often surrounds them in the islands.
In Athens, there will be a line on the ground for you to stand up to.
A training session with a New Zealand coach.
Bang. So they're probably at this stage a couple of steps behind step one. Okay.
Just the wake-up call needed for these youngsters.
Bocce players are about to touch a real bocce ball for the very first time. And this is how many weeks out from going to Athens?
Recognition that there's still a lot of work to do.
It's going to be a huge learning curve for the athletes, a huge learning curve for the coaches as well.
But getting up to scratch is just part of an exciting journey for these Special Olympians and their families. They'll be the first intellectually disabled group from the Pacific to take part in the Special Olympics in Athens next month.
It's an improvement of life, and that's what Special Olympics is. It's providing an opportunity for those that have never had the opportunity to be part of something, to be a sense of belonging, to belong. And I think Special Olympics provides that for each, not just the individuals that are affected, but for families to actually gather and know that there is a way to help their children be part of community and in a sense of belonging.
The fact Samoa is sending a team speaks volumes about the work being done in these islands to raise awareness about its intellectually disabled citizens. Since opening its Special Olympics program 2 years ago, the numbers taking part have grown quickly. Sponsors have come on board to help, and more importantly, attitudes are beginning to change.
I think once upon a time here in Samoa, it wasn't something that was accepted. It was actually kind of frowned about, thinking that it was a curse of some sort, that their child has been in such a way. But through Special Olympics, it's allowed them to express through sport, and that's a fun thing about it.
One of those going to Athens is Chantal Arsan. Her mother knows all about having a special needs child.
I've been struggling with Chantal's for a long time. She's been very, very sick. Started from the age 5 and now. But I noticed that there's something wrong with her. She had epilepsy for a long time. In Samoa, you hardly see them walk on the road like this time. Or I think they always put them, they always make them stay inside the house. They don't go anywhere. But not Chantal. Chantal loves, she's a very outgoing person.
Since Samoa announced it would be sending a team to Athens, those involved have been toiling hard and making huge sacrifices. Ainga Tufunga used to commute from her village in Savaii to get to Apia. This often meant midnight bus rides and early morning ferries. She's now had to leave her mum in Savaii to move in with a relative closer to Apia.
Obviously it's quite emotional, and I think being mother and child, while she doesn't do many chores at home and so forth, I think she's always had company at home, so it's going to be pretty tough for her. But at the same time, she's going to be loved by her sister-in-law who's here, who'll be looking after her as she prepares for Athens.
Of course, getting across the idea of travelling to the other side of the world has also been a challenge.
So having a conversation with our athletes, they're so cute. They have no idea. And the longest trip that they've been to is to American Samoa, which is only an hour away. But trying to explain that it's hours and hours away, and how many airports. So the trip is going to be interesting. Are we excited?
Another to travel to Athens is Fia Tuile Tufunga. Her brother Jonas says it's a dream come true.
For Fia, it's huge. She's been talking about Hercules and where Zeus comes from and all the Greek gods for ages. And then to get an opportunity to actually go there, it's just mind-boggling, and she's been super excited.
And Chantal's mum can't contain her daughter's excitement.
So you're going to Athens for the Special Olympics. What's that? So I told her. And she was like, oh my goodness, where's my suitcase? I could, hey, wait, not now. She looks forward to it, and she talks about it every single day.
And I'll talk to you about where your foot can be and where it can't be.
Meanwhile, training continues, and while these youngsters have a bit of catching up to do, there's no lacking enthusiasm.
when you see just the whole keenness of them to take on board whatever you're saying, you know, we use the term, you know, sponges. People are just sort of, you know, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more.
And for those at the coalface of the Special Olympics program, the hope is Samoa will come across to their way of thinking.
I tell you, once they get on and understand what it is exactly we're doing, they will just come out in full force. Once they capture that vision, they'll be on board. And I know that these athletes will be blessed because their country's behind them.
And the team leave for New Zealand soon on their first leg to Athens.